Today we're going to be talking about a topic that I didn't really plan on making a video on, but a lot of guys ask me this question, a lot of girls ask me this question, which basically equates to, why, John, do you talk about stuff like picking up chicks and being an alpha male and all of these kind of superficial type of, maybe even sleazy type of things, and associate yourself with some of these guys? It's beneath you, man. It's not cool. Why do you do that? If you guys are just following me for the first time, I'm John from Bulldog Mindset. So I teach you how to be a man on this channel. I know that sounds really crazy and really controversial, but you'll see in this video why I talk about that. But yeah, click the subscribe button. I think you're going to find this channel different than any other channel that you found on the internet, because I just give the straight truth. And you know, everybody hates me. I have haters on every side of the equation, because I don't care, because I don't have any loyalties, because my whole thing is the loyalty to giving you the best advice that I can, teaching you how to be the best man possible from what I know. All right. Also, if you haven't taken the Bulldog quiz, go take that quiz. It's up here in the corner, and let's get into it here. So, all right. So here's the thing. A lot of people have been asking me this, right? You know, I'll talk to guys and they'll say, John, you know, I really like your content, and you know, you're successful in real estate investment, like you've done all these things, but why do you make this content? Like, I don't want to watch a video about like how to talk to a girl or something like that. Why do you make this kind of content, right? Same thing, you know, girls will message me on Instagram and say, why do I don't like that you like, why do you like teach guys how to be alpha males? Like, you're one of those guys that teaches guys to be alpha males. I didn't, you know, like and you know, these are valid criticisms. They truly are valid criticisms. And here's really what I have to say about all this, which is this, okay, is I give men what they want so that I can give them what they need. Okay, so most of you guys that are coming here to this channel, all right, at some point, maybe you've advanced beyond this, but you probably came here one of a few things. You want to get laid, okay, with hot girls. You want to make money and be rich, okay? And you want to have six-pack abs, or you want to have this pride or confidence, like you want to be an alpha strong man, all right? No, there's nothing wrong with any of those things. Who doesn't want to get laid? Who doesn't want to get laid with hot girls? Maybe even lots of hot girls. That's great. That's fine. Who doesn't want to make money? Who doesn't want to be wealthy? Who doesn't want to, you know, have the life that they dream of? Who doesn't want to be considered to be a strong man who, you know, who's able to get what he wants? Who doesn't want to, you know, have that image? But see, I teach you guys when you come here how to get those things, so I can teach you what you really need, which is how to be a man, how to actually be a man on his mission, on purpose in life, how to actually be a man who knows how to get what he wants out of life, who is developing himself, who's developing his character, who embraces Stoic philosophy and is able to master his emotions, who's able to be a man that isn't just a guy that goes and does this whole game of pump and dump, but is actually to be able to have a meaningful relationship with a woman and understand how to be masculine in that relationship and not be desperate and not be needy, but at the same time be a guy that is a guy of her dreams, because he's an amazing person to be with. Okay. That's ultimately what I'm teaching you. Ultimately, what you guys need is the spiritual aspect of being a man. I want to teach you how to love the world. I want to teach you how to give your gift to the world, which is love. Okay, I want to teach you how to be a guy that is able to push himself to do the things that make him uncomfortable, that's able to stand on his own, that doesn't care about the judgment of other people, that doesn't belong to some tribe or some ideology, but instead makes his own choices in life. You could say going your own way to the truest aspect of it. That's what I'm here to teach. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm making this. And some of those things have deeply rooted principles that are economic principles, that are life principles. Learning these things will teach you how to create value for people in the world, which will benefit you economically. And the other thing that I'm teaching that you need, maybe that you didn't come here for, because no one comes here to be told that the girls don't matter, the money doesn't matter, that who you become and who you are matters. That it's not what you get, it's what you become that matters. To progress as a man spiritually, to become the best version of yourself that is possible. These are the things that people don't search for, okay? And they're not appealing to you until you've accomplished some of those other things. I get it all the time. You know, a lot of you guys in the comments, you'll put a comment in and you say, hey, Johnny, that's great. All that, yeah, money and girls don't matter. But you don't know what it's like to be an ugly guy who is a virgin. And if you were broke, you wouldn't say that. And, you know, so you can say that from your perspective. But I do know. But here's what I do know. I do know what it's like to be a ugly virgin guy, okay, and to be broke, and to whatever it is, to be fat and to be lazy and to all these things, and to be rejected by people. All right, I know what it's like, but I also know what it's like to be the opposite of that, to be able to have a lot of money, to have a lot of women, to be someone that other people want to be. And I realize how empty that is as well, because neither of those things is the path that ultimately you have to go down. But in order to get there, and here's the key thing that you guys have to understand, in order to get to what you need, sometimes you have to get what you want. So when I talk about stuff like, let's say, pickup, okay, it is a valid path for many men to go down the path of personal development. Why? Why is that a path? Now, if you continue down that path forever, it will lead you in a bad direction. But it is a valid path because it's about achieving what you didn't think was possible, right? If you're a guy who has no experience with women and has no success with women, there's not a lot I can teach you about spirituality. And because how are you going to suppress that primal urge that you have within yourself, that feeling of inferiority, okay? Of not being accepted, of not getting what you want, that feeling that you are not good enough. How are you going to get past that until you go and have some success and then realize that you're bigger than that it's not the end all, that thing is not going to make you happy, because it doesn't matter, okay? And I've talked to plenty of guys. If you're a guy right now and you're like, let's say a 25-year-old virgin or 30-year-old virgin, okay, and you've never really had any kind of success with women, okay, and I tell you, you know what? That stuff doesn't matter that much. It doesn't matter that much. You need to focus on your spiritual wellness and growing as a man and being a man on your mission and growing yourself and forget about women. And it doesn't matter. You're not going to, no matter how much I try to convince you of that, okay, which is the truth, you're not going to believe it because you're missing that, because you never had that. Okay. And so that's the thing that I really try to do is to look at these things that most guys want. Okay, let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with our carnal nature and our desires that we want. There's nothing wrong with wanting these things initially, but we have to grow and grow beyond those things. The only way to grow beyond those things is to get some of those things, right? As much as I can sit on my high horse and be like, oh yeah, money doesn't matter, and if I lost everything, I'd still be fine because I'm such a stoic. All right, as much as I can say that to you, you're not going to believe that. You can't develop that mindset. Okay. You might even disagree that I have that mindset, but I do. Okay. But I got there by going down the path of realizing what is important by actually achieving that, right? If you never have earned money, okay, if you've never become financially independent, you're not going to understand why that is not the end all be all. You're going to think in your mind, regardless of what you try to rationally tell yourself, that is going to be the thing that is going to fulfill your life and make you happy, but it's not. And so there's a lot of teachers out there, let's say, that would try and teach you all of these higher motive spiritual things. Oh, forget about the money, forget about the girls. It doesn't matter. What matters is your spiritual development, my son. And what matters is what kind of person that you become and the challenges that you face and the character that you build. Okay. And I agree with all those things, right? That's essentially what I'm trying to do. But the problem is when they start there, You're not listening. You're like, like my problem right now is I am horny and I can't get laid. And there's all these hot girls on Instagram and on dating apps, and none of them are interested in me. And I'm living with my parents right now, and I'm broke, and I feel like a pig. I'm lazy. I'm overweight. Don't tell me that there is some spiritual significance, that I need to just suck it up, and that I just need to forget about those worldly, superficial things and just focus on being a man. Okay? No, that's not going to work. It's not going to happen, right? You're not going to go down that road. But you know what? If you start developing yourself, okay, if you start to have some success with women, if you start to feel confident as a masculine man, as a dominant man, and women are attracted to you, okay, and you have some sexual prowess, okay, some skills in that area, and then you start making some money, you start building a business, and you start generating that passive income, and maybe you become financially independent, or you're on your path to it, okay, and you start building that confidence, right? You start getting that swagger and carrying yourself and understanding some of the nature of women and the red pill type of truths of reality. Okay. And you start to become more of that man that you're capable of becoming, and start to accomplish all those things. Then your mind is open. It's ready to shift towards the more spiritual plane of existence. Then it's ready for you to understand what it is to truly be a man. And then it's ready to reject the external validation that's so important to you right now. And it is, and it was important to me, and it should be important to you because that's all that you know at this point, because you're starving. Okay. But once you start to get some of that, okay, and you know how, only then are you ready to receive the thing that is going to actually benefit you in life. Most people can't start with that. Okay. And I couldn't either. You know, I had to go through it. I had to learn it on my own, and to face my demons, and to face these difficulties. And like I said, you know, I was going on a tangent talking about why is pickup and things like this, the path to personal development for a lot of guys. And the reason why is because of this, because until you face those insecurities, you're going to have them. You have to deal with those insecurities. Right. And a lot of people want to skip past it, and they'll say, oh, that's sleazy and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I don't like the word alpha male. I was telling someone this the other day. I don't like it. It's a ridiculous word. Okay. Be a man. Being a man. A man is someone, like, to truly be a man, it means that you do what you want and you don't care what other people think. It means to have your own value system, your own judgment system. Again, if you guys want to hear more about this, I talk a lot about this in the Bulldog Mindset membership. Go check it out down below. Click the link and you can join for the trial and check it out. But I've got a whole community of men in there, and a lot of messages talking about how to be a man, how to develop yourself spiritually, you know, all the things that you need to know about building, making money, getting in shape, and getting girls and all that stuff, of course. But then the more advanced stuff of how do you actually deal with emotions as a man? How do you go through the levels of emotional mastery that you need to in order to really achieve those higher levels, okay, to really get to where you want to get to. So go check that out if you haven't. And a community of men is really, really important, by the way. So that's all I'm going to say about that in this video. But anyway, I don't know how this video will hit. I don't know if a lot of you guys will get it. Some of you guys will get it. Some of you guys won't get it. I don't even know. It's kind of weird. Like, if you're one of those guys that's at the stage right now where you're like, you know, you came here to get laid. Okay, nothing wrong. I'm not judging you. If you're at that stage, how do you take this video? Do you then say, you know, I don't want it to alter your course, right? In the sense that I just want you to know where you're going, right? Like, because I know from experience, and I know from coaching so many guys, that it doesn't matter if you even agree with this and you're like, yeah, you know, I should seek the higher things. No, go and get laid first. Seriously, I'm serious. Like, do it, right? Why? Because that's the only way that you're really going to convince yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in your ability to do it, and you don't face those demons and face those challenges and face those fears, you're not going to be ready for the higher and the next level of things. And you're not going to be able to understand those things. They're going to seem like they're just not going to make sense to you, if that makes sense to you. So yeah. So, you know, that's what I do. I teach guys how to get laid. I teach guys how to pick up girls. I teach guys how to make money, right? How to sell things and make money on the internet. Okay. I teach them those things and how to get in shape and all of these things. But I do it because that's what you want. Okay. It's not what you need. It's what you think you need. It's fine. But I do it because of it's what you want. And if I don't teach you those things, if you don't have that success, you're not going to be able to get what you truly need. There's we can go back to the philosophy and the psychology behind all this. I know about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And this is, if you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it kind of fits into that model. And people that reject that don't understand that try to teach, what they end up is having hollow disciples, right? And what I mean by that is that, let's say that I just feed you all the spiritual stuff and I dose it in here. Of course I do, right? Because some people are ready for it, some people aren't. But let's say I just feed you all the spiritual stuff, telling you about how, that whatever, all this stuff that you're focusing on and girls and getting laid and all this and making money and stuff, it doesn't really matter. Okay. If I tell you all that stuff, okay. And then you feel guilty. Because you're like, yeah, I just want to get laid. Yeah, I just want a girl to kiss me. I just want a girl to like me. I just want to make a lot of money so I can show people what an awesome guy I am and show them who didn't believe in me. But okay, yeah, I feel guilty about all those desires that I have. I should just be pure, and I should want to be a strong man for being a strong man. So you can, just get on my purpose and you get on my purpose, right? And I teach you all that, okay. And then what ends up happening is that you start to pretend to be the spiritual giant, the spiritual guru type of guy. All right. And you start to pretend like your motives are pure. Like, no, I just want to give my love to the world. I just want to give my gift to the world. So you start pretending all those things. But deep down inside, you still have this deep insecurity. You still want to just feel what it's like to have a woman desire you. You still want to just feel what it's like to feel like you're the man, that other people respect you, that you just want to know what it's like to be able to just go drop some money at an expensive restaurant or hotel and not feel like you have to balance your checkbook afterwards. Like, you still have all those things, those insecurities inside you, right? You're going to be hollow. You're going to be fake. So we have to kill the demons first. And it's fine. It's fun to kill the demons. But there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with these things. These are stages of your development as a man, and you have to go through these things. And that's why you can't just dive in. And so many people try to dive in and they become hollow because they haven't dealt with the things they need to deal with. So yeah, I don't know. This video went sort of different direction than what I thought it was going to be, but one of the things that I really want to do with Bulldog Mindset membership as well, again, I'll plug it because I need to. we need to grow and reach more men and actually build this thing, right? I have this great vision of it. But one of the things I really want to do with that is continue on this path to have sort of more of the higher level stuff that's going to be in there. The stuff that isn't going to make as much sense on YouTube, where guys are coming to get laid, to get money, to get girls. It's fine. It's cool. I'll teach you that stuff. It's easy. That stuff is actually easy. Like, you think that stuff is hard, but it's easy. It's not that hard. Okay. What's harder is the real work. What's harder is the real development of your character and becoming truly a man of value and foregoing that external validation and having the internal validation. That's the hard stuff. That's the challenge. So yeah, I wish you guys well on your journey, and don't let anyone make you feel guilty about the desires that you have. You didn't invent those things. You didn't control those things. You want some things that are superficial. Good. Fine. Let's get them. I'll help you. But then I'll be there to help you after you realize the emptiness in them. But anyone that tries to tell you that you should realize the emptiness in them before you've had them, good luck. Good luck to them.